He's a well-connected guy. He's done, a lot of networking, and he's pretty personable. And I mean, he works hard. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. So, what are we drinking on, real quick,
guys? This is Deep Eddy lemon.
Oh, nice.
Pickle juice.
Nice.
And what?
And pickle juice.
Okay.
Oh, pickle
It
juice.
tastes
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Gatorade.
All right.
Yeah, trust me.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Excellent.
that is good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that.
It's a little different.
Well, that's cool that you know Oars. I mean, not to talk about all that, but
that's
that
a
you
great-
guys.
He's a very nice guy.
Absolutely.
I've got a couple of his hats, and I wear them proudly.
Yeah. I've got a shirt. I got a nice shirt. It's a nice,
Yeah.
stretchy. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Every time I see him, I hit him up for another hat. I like the whole. The logo's cool.
Right.
It's just a cool.
It's good.
It's a cool thing.
Very solid brand.
He's doing the
Yeah.
subscriptions now, to help monetize some of that. I think,
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah. So that's
Know
good.
before you go. That's kind of
That's
the motto.
right.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
and we're talking about the live music lineup,
Sure.
and
Sorry,
and then
we
the
got sidetracked.
no, that's good. That's kind of what we
It-
do here.
it happens,
That's
yeah.
that's the beauty of our show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one show that I'm really excited about, it's literally on Halloween. It's the Halloween Bash.
Yes.
And I remember talking to some of the promoters about that. I think that's going to be a really big show with a lot of local bands. It's the
And that's Halloween this year, Saturday.
In Disguise. We've got a whole bunch of different reggae type bands.
Right.
It's going to be good. Yeah,
gonna be huge.
We've got a
Yeah.
big costume party going on that evening. We usually try to kind of blow it out when we do the costume party. It's usually pretty good.
Costume parties are always good.
You gotta love-
They're entertaining.
I always hope for a warm
Right.
October, a nice
I
warm
know.
Halloween. I don't like cold Halloweens.
No, I feel you.
know.
I feel you. Yeah.
no, I got to love good.
The
Halloween.
very next day is a pretty big band too. We've got this Saliva.
That's right, Saliva. Yeah,
so it's-
Grammy nominated Saliva.
There's a couple pretty big names.
So have they
that
played
night.
here yet, or
They have not played
No,
here.
not yet?
No.
Okay,
Um,
all right.
this
So
will be-
that's
hasn't
been
played there.
coming up. All
Yeah.
right, very cool.
Yeah, we've had a few things that were kind of scheduled and had to get rearranged. But,
Right. Okay. Because the name rings
As
a
of
bell.
right now,
yeah.
we've
Oh,
got
yeah.
them. We've got them scheduled with a number of other bands.
No, that'll
sorry,
be
I
a
don't
huge
have the list
show.
in front of me,
Yeah,
but-
that'll be a
No,
huge
no,
show.
yeah.
gonna be a
that'll
good
be
one.
good.
They're headlining and they bring out a crowd. So
Now check out the Barge 295 Facebook page. I actually print out a list of these shows, but then some of these shows are so big they don't. You have to click that second link to get all the bands.
Sure.
So,
Right.
so I'm guilty of missing out on that. But just a lot of big bands, and of course you've already had a number of big bands play.
we just had Eli Young band.
That's
here.
right.
That was
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah,
We had
I-
Tracy Bird. We had Josh Ward.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been
kind
great.
of
We've
making
got
a name for yourself.
Mark
So-
Chestnut's coming up here real soon.
And it's
Damn.
different types of music. But it's not one act
Genre,
up here, just
yeah.
all country or
Right.
So all sorts of different things going on.
we love
like
all
that.
genres for sure. For whatever reason, the Texas country scene. Obviously, we're here in Texas, so
Right.
as we're making offers to some of these bands, especially during COVID times, you just you have to get who's nearby, and their schedule has to jive.
Right.
So we've kind of been at the mercy of where everybody is, but. It's been great so far. I mean, we've got a lot of other people we're keeping an eye out on, and as soon as they get close, we're going to get them in here. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's why, like you said, you gave a shout out to your booker earlier, and that's what he's doing, man.
Oh,
looking
dude,
for
Charlie's awesome.
looking for the talent, and like you said, when they're around, man.
He makes it happen. It's
Yeah.
amazing the contacts this guy has.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
That's,
I mean,
that's key.
I'm spitting names out to this guy all the time. He's like, okay, all right, we're on it. So I was like, all right, great.
Yeah, very cool.
and a very talented musician.
Yeah,
Teaches,
oh, yeah. Right,
drummer
yeah,
of the
very
Crisis
talented.
back in the day.
I never see him with a drumstick in his hand. He's always throwing the fuckers up in the air.
Well, and of course,
he's showing off, man.
when I think of Charlie, he's wearing the helmet with the symbol on his helmet.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Back in
He's
the
a-
old Crisis
he's a show
days.
off, dude.
Man, he's awesome, talented guy, and a great booker. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's I mean, you've put together an all-star team. Yeah. I mean, from your
We're very fortunate, man.
You've got your GM Jeff, right?
Jeff Schaefer.
Jeff Schaefer. I
absolute
call him
stud.
Captain America.
Dude, he's awesome. He really is. I think we just celebrated his 1-year anniversary.
That
couple
sounds about
days
right.
ago.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Barry Terrell and those guys because I stole him away from there. But he's been a phenomenal addition to this place. And
Absolutely.
we wouldn't be doing what we're doing without him, for sure.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, you got to recognize good management, so
It makes
that's
all
important.
the difference, brother. I tell you.
So I guess we could talk about what's on, what's coming up next. And I know there's you've already developed all this land, and then there's some room for development down on the south side. I see something floating over there. I mean,
We've got another barge over there. There's a new concept going in on the first floor. It's going to be pickup and delivery only.
all right, this is possibly breaking news. I mean, some people know about it, but I'm not sure.
It hasn't been on any
mainstream
other,
media yet, right?
social media or any platform at all. So,
Boom.
Yeah. This
Weekends
is,
on the Water
first.
exclusive.
That's it.
That's
man.
it, man. You heard it here
I'm
first.
excited about it. So, it's a killer building. If you don't know about it, it used to be the headquarters for Starfleet. That was across the water there in Kemah, and it's a 3-story barge, 1,900 square feet per floor, a very unique space. The first floor is a really killer commercial kitchen.
Nice.
So I have multiple needs for that kitchen. Number one, we're so busy here at the yard and on the barge, I really need additional prep space because I'm kind of limited as to what I can do with the space that I have. So that was the first thing that kind of popped out. And then during COVID, we realized just how important takeout and delivery places are. And in a changing world where you really don't know what's going to happen, I saw how those places thrived. I mean, they were the only people doing business at that time, to be honest with you.
Right.
And you really don't know what the future has in store for us. And as much as we love Seabrook and the community here, we've lost a couple good restaurants here in the last few years.
Man, quite a few, yeah.
Even though we love the ones we're going to be competing with, we felt that there was still room here in the market to bring on this new concept. So we call it Pies, Fries, and Sandwich Guys.
Love it.
And we've got
awesome.
We've got some great new pizzas, St. Louis style pizzas, thin crust pizzas.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about this, man. Because not all pizza is the same.
Yeah, not all pizza is the
so
same.
I'm
So,
excited to try
yeah,
this place because I'm a picky pizza eater, so I'm really curious about this St. Louis cheese that I'm hearing about.
It's called, so this cheese, it's called Provel cheese, and it's a blend of cheeses. It's white cheddar, Provel, mozzarella, and Parmesan, and it's like buttery.
Yeah,
is one of the ways I can say it. It's extremely melty and buttery, like gooey.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
sounds good.
it's incredible. Obviously, I'm biased because I grew up in the Midwest. And I grew up eating this pizza, but anybody that has ever had it that I know is a fan from the second that they have it. So and I just like thin crust. I mean, I don't, a lot of bread is a waste to me.
Right.
And as I get older and I start to watch my waistline do silly stuff, the more I eat and drink, I'm a little more conscious of it.
Right.
So I love the thin crust, and
absolutely
that's going to be the basis of the pizzas, and then so that's the pies portion, and the fries. We're going to have about 5 or 6 different cuts of French fries.
Oh, wow.
Waffle fries, curly fries, seasoned fries, straight cut fries, tater tots. A couple different flavor profiles and crispiness profiles. And then we've got, I think right now it's 10 different toppings. So like from chili to chili cheese, all the way to a couple of Latin versions of toppings with birria. I don't know if you've had the birria tacos and things of that. There's a little craze going on with these tacos right now. So, and then we're doing some braised short rib.
Yeah, I think you mentioned some barbecue or something.
We're gonna have a lot of fun with it. I mean, I
awesome.
love French fries, and I love tricked up gravies. So I mean,
why not smother them, man?
We're smothering. We're definitely smothering them.
Yeah.
Well, as I mentioned, early on, you are a former executive chef, right?
Yeah. So we try to have. We're going to try to have some fun with it.
Nice.
And give something. I mean, I've never seen anything like it personally. That doesn't mean it hasn't been done, but
right. But there's nothing like that.
We all
here,
love
it's
a good munchy food.
Well,
yeah.
It sounds like a very unique concept, but then the fact that it's it's created in a floating kitchen.
That's
I'm pretty sure that's not done anywhere, right?
Yeah. I mean, you may think we're drunk in there, but we're just stumbling around because the water's moving.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's true. Yeah. And every time I come to barge, That is part of the barge experience,
It
right?
is, yeah.
I mean, you're reminded this is literally a floating tavern.
Every now and then, a nice, big wake comes in, and you're like, okay, we're
right. We're on the water. We're not
Yeah.
looking at the water. We're actually over the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It always shocks me when people look at me like, "Are we on a boat?" I'm like, "Hello."
Yeah.
It's called the barge.
You're on a boat.
When
Yeah,
you walked
literally.
onto this thing, I'm pretty sure you walked over water.
Right. Yeah.
You're
and
on
you
a
can
boat.
see it. You can see the tide change and everything. So
That's a good point. Sometimes when you walk on it, I mean, it changes the angle of which
for
you walk
sure.
on. Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yep.
Truth.
It's not the safest place, but we love it.
No, it's a classic though, and everybody knows that walkway. Either way, in the dark or after a late night, so it's all good.
Well, and I'm looking at it right now. It's so well lit. So it's. But let's talk about that a little bit. I mean, obviously, we had Saltwater Recon on and talked about kind of the storms and some of the we kind of some of the challenges. I mean, obviously, a floating tavern, a waterfront live music venue. I imagine the weather's a challenge occasionally.
Chock full of fun. Right. I mean, we're at the mercy of Mother Nature, 100%, and especially when you have rising water, and as it pertains to what we do on the barge, because our docks go under pretty early. I mean, we can get a strong spring tide, and that obviously it happens several times a year in the spring. And the dock will go underwater. So,
but it calls for cool posts though. No,
right?
No, it does. But
When you're like,
now,
man, I can't
now
believe
when that
that.
happens,
It just
we're
goes.
just going to bring him up here.
Right?
Yeah. No. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I always say Mother Nature's undefeated. When it comes to
Absolutely.
events and stuff.
And I think that still brings into the the history of this place, and
The
when you're
mystique.
like like when it's a little the barge is underwater, but the little walkway, it's only for a few hours. By the time the place
Sure.
opens, the tide's back down. But it's just like wow, sometimes it's inaccessible, which makes it kind of unique and cool.
Absolutely.
In my opinion. So I think that's kind of
when
effective.
something's not accessible to you want it that much more, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Kind of like I remember in elementary school, and I'm going deep now, but
We're not going to talk about girls, are we?
No. But the principal come over the announcement and say, "Hey, the plumbing shut down. You can't use the restroom for the next 2 hours." And all of a sudden, right then, you really need to use the restroom. It's just the way it works, right?
Right.
I just pulled the elementary into
I like
elementary,
Yeah,
man.
That's what we do here on Weekends in the Water,
That's all good.
the official podcast of the waterfront capital of Texas.
That's it, man. That's it. Yeah,
And-
so this is my particularly favorite. I live in Seabrook. My business is in Seabrook, and so I particularly love the north shore of Clear Lake.
Absolutely,
I
sure.
mean, the whole lake's great, and this place brings in people from all over Bay Area, all over Houston. But like I said, where we're setting on the lake, I like it up here.
You're positioned to take advantage of the weather.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, you get the breeze. The poor guys on the south side, it's a stagnant over
It's
there.
a little. It's
Sorry,
and
guys.
and it's
It's
rough over there.
Sucks over there.
I don't know how though. I mean, I can't even sometimes jet surf over there. I love League City, but man, sometimes it gets a little rough on that side of the lake. Much smoother over here. So I will say that.
cool.
Yeah,
And it's funny how, that's literally, it just seems like it's a short swim away, but that's a whole nother county.
Yeah.
it is.
Or a whole nother Budweiser distributorship.
So,
yeah.
Is there not 7 governing bodies overseeing Clear Lake?
I believe that's correct.
yeah,
we
so
could,
it's-
we
I
could
mean,
break
got-
it down. I mean,
got-
starting here, going that way. We got Seabrook, Alago, Tail Lake Village, Pasadena, Nassau Bay, League
Is
City.
Webster involved in there?
Webster's got a little bit
They
over
probably
in
do.
there somewhere?
Yeah.
No, they
yeah,
absolutely
the Eager
do.
Bay. Yeah, you're right.
Eager
Webster.
Bay,
Scout Bars.
Scout Bar is in
technically,
Webster.
And,
Yeah,
you
so
know,
100%.
And according to Robert Jagubis from Topwater Grill, Scout Bar is a waterfront venue. He can get there in his little shallow
Yes,
bottom
he
boat.
does.
Yeah. So
This is
actually,
true.
he can go underneath Nassau Road 1 in his little shallow bottom boat.
So you've got like 7 cities, but then you have like 12 water authorities, between Galveston County, Harris County. I even saw the other day rolling out of this harbor right here, but this this cove over here, it was Chambers County. I guess Chambers County has their boats over here.
Okay.
And then they just
Wow.
go out of the channel and then
I
cross.
can see that. If you
Yeah,
got the
I mean,
wrong weather conditions
honestly,
over there, you
I
probably
looked
need to
at-
have a launch point over here.
Yeah, they didn't have any marinas over there in Chambers
Yeah.
County. I was was like, why are they launching from here? I actually Google Earthed it, and I was like, they don't really have anywhere to launch off. So they do kind of like Harris County puts their boats in on the marina or in the on the ramps. They go to the boat ramps, but most of the agencies have somewhere a slip somewhere. But there's a ton of them.
So Chambers County have more evidence. This is the waterfront capital of Texas.
That's it.
Even
so
that's awesome.
Even Baytown, it comes through Clear Lake right here next.